Welcome to Orange, California. Chapman basketball here on Chapman Radio and ChapmanAthletics.com. Justin Maestas here with my brother, Adam Mann. So Adam Mann's here. Chapman coming in at 1-1, got a win in their last game, but missing a couple of seniors who graduated last year, or actually 1-0, excuse me. In their first game they won against Los Sierras, a big win for the Panthers. Scored 102 points in that game. And that's a big win for them coming into the season. They lost a couple of seniors last year, didn't they, Adam Mann?
That's right. Chapman coming off a very successful season, only had 5 losses last year. But they also lost 3 seniors that made a huge impact for the Panthers. And their names were Hamaski Zavernik and John Joyce. And they actually went on to become SCIAC Conference All-Stars. But the theme this year for Chapman is the new look, and the new look is youth. There are a lot of young players making an impact. Just in the first game, Cam Haslam coming in, he's a freshman, scoring 17 points in his Panther debut. So we're going to look at all that today as they take on Willamette.
Yeah, we'll see how Cam does in this game. He's a part of the starting lineup for the Chapman Panthers. Other starters, Luke Hamlin, James Taylor, Mike Atwater, and Rob Nelson. And one thing that sticks out to me for the Chapman Panthers is that one senior, Mike Atwater. He played last year but didn't play in too many games. He didn't start that many games, only 6 starts last game, 4.5 points per game. But he's a big body, and I think the Chapman Panthers need that here in the season, a senior leader coming in.
Absolutely. Again, with a team with so much youth, he's the one senior on the court to start the game. And he's going to be there, standing tall in the paint. And, Chapman did very well in the paint in the last game. And they're going to continue to try to make that presence known here against Willamette.
Yeah, Willamette, the Bearcats coming in from Salem, Oregon. We'll tell you their starting lineups here after the tip-off. Dylan Critchfield is going to jump it off along with James Taylor. Tip-off is won by James Taylor, but it goes to the Bearcats, who start off here with the ball. Starting lineup, Brendan Ludke, Bridger Harrington, Nico Troplant, Brendan McCullum, and Dylan Critchfield. And the first shot is going to actually hit the rim and go out of bounds. It's going to stick with the Panthers, or actually going to stick here with the Bearcats in front of Coach Mike Bukowski. So the first possession for Willamette. Their first shot goes out of bounds, but luckily enough for them, it went off the Panthers. Inbounding the ball, Troplant. Going to pass it over to McCollum and down low to the left block to Critchfield. Ludke cross-court pass is tipped over to Harrington, who does a cross baseline drive, and it's actually going to be a foul on the Panthers.
Yeah, that was Rob Nelson trying to force the ball out on baseline, but actually didn't get his feet in front of him, getting the foul called on him.
McCollum has it here on the top of the arc, going to pass right to Harlington. Harlington faked the shot, pass it over to the left corner, and give it to McCollum, who drives in, loses the ball, ends up in the hands of Critchfield with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Passing it out to Troplant, and Troplant uses his hands to push away the Chapman defender. A turnover here by the Bearcats.
Yeah, that was Cam Haslam actually kind of selling that foul, offensive foul right there. And a little bit of an acting job right there, but, sometimes that's what you got to do. And Panthers will have their first offensive possession of the game.
Big things for Panther fans coming from Cam Haslam, a freshman guard from Seattle, Washington, Roosevelt High School. Left wing 3 here from Haslam. It goes in and out, hits both sides of the rim, and the Bearcats here come forward. Bringing it into the front court is McCollum in the corner over to Harlington. He looks down in the right block, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Panthers.
That was Haslam again, and great defense, getting his arms out wide and not letting that ball go around on the baseline side.
Looks like he can be the scorer for the Panthers. We talked about earlier the 3 seniors, or a lot of seniors, that the Panthers lost last year. A foul against the Panthers off the inbounds pass. I believe it's already their third or the second foul of the first half. Their second team foul, and inbounding under their basket are Willamette. Inbounds over to Ludke. Handing over to McCollum. McCollum goes to the top of the arc, going to pass left to Harlington. Harlington to the right elbow, and then back to the left wing for a three-pointer, and it goes offside rim and rebounded there by Atwater. Panthers look here to push forward. Rob Nelson brings it to the front court and passes it back to the top of the arc. Goes left over to Hamlin. Hamlin hands it off to Taylor, who backs down his defender into the left block. That's the right wing into the right corner. Three-pointer here by the Panthers, and it's good here by Rob Nelson.
Rob Nelson having that three-pointer. A lot of three-pointers actually in their previous game, and looks like their shooting's getting off to a nice start right here.
First points of the game for both teams. 3-0 lead here for the Panthers. 2 minutes here into this game. McCollum, right wing, passing it to Critchfield. Critchfield passes it up to the top, back to McCullough. McCullough looks right, is going to give it to Harlington. Harlington with the shot, falls down.
Oh.
I think they're going to call a trip off of the shot. Actually,
kind of a delayed call right there, called on Rob Nelson. Kind of coming off a screen. Shooter for Willamette. Bridger Harlington coming all the way from the baseline, running around, gets the pick, gets the screen, and shoots, but the no contest from Nelson makes that first free throw.
Makes that first one. He's actually the second leading scorer on the team behind Ludke. Led the team in three-pointers, had about 10 points per game last year, so a very important piece for Willamette, as he makes 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. And you expect him to try to have a big game here if they want to come into orange and get the win. The Bearcats coming all the way down from Salem, Oregon. It's about midway between Eugene, Oregon, where University of Oregon is, and Portland, the northwest side of Oregon. Gives it here to the baseline jumper. It's going to be missed. Going for the rebound and getting it for Willamette is McCullum, who brings it up court and tries to push the tempo. Goes a drive inside to the right block, uses the backboard and banks that one in. Willamette have the lead.
Ben Cohen got beat right there, and he comes into the game partly due to the early foul trouble from the Panthers, but we'll have to see how that might fare later on in this game.
Luke Hamlin has it. He take it to the free throw line, going to give it to the left block to Atwater, but he dribbles it out of bounds as the ball hits the baseline. Turnover here for the Panthers.
Yeah, Atwater might want to grab that ball next time instead of going right to the dribble. Never really retained possession there. Turnover.
It kind of moves quickly for his own self.
Yeah.
Bringing up is McCollum, looking left over to Bridger, but decides to go right block to Ludke. Backs down Atwater, kicks it out, finds Bridger, who drives in, back to Ludke, under the basket, puts it off the backboard, and going to be missed. Rebound by Atwater. Panthers look to push forward, left to the left wing. Three-pointer by Hamlin. Off the corner of the rim. Rebounded by Troplant, who goes all the way coast to coast and in for the layup.
Yeah, we saw Hamlin shooting a lot of three-pointers before the game, but didn't get that one to go. And Willamette gets the fast break off the missed basket.
6-3 lead here by the Bearcats. Chapman down by 3, 16:34 remaining here in this first half. Pass the left elbow over to Taylor. Taylor in the right block. It's actually going to travel. Kind of a forced pass there by Atwater, and I think Taylor didn't know if he can grab the ball and
yeah,
forward.
The idea was nice, getting the ball into the paint, making something happen there. But, yeah, another turnover for the Panthers. Kind of sloppy right now, and he will come out of the game.
Davis Dragovic is going to check in. He said Atwater to the bench. Willamette in their old gold and kind of cardinal uniforms. As a shot by McCollum is offside rim, rebounded here by the Panthers, and Hamlin passing it left to Cohen. Goes the right corner over to Dragovic. Hamlin was open for 3, decided not to take it, continued to pass it around. It's here at the left wing, baseline drive by Haslam. Decides to pick up his dribble. Cross-court pass to Haslam. Goes into the paint, kicks it to Taylor. Taylor gets fouled, puts it up, and the basket.
That was a very nice ball movement from the Panthers, passing it all the way around.